Honestly, this is a very mature stance. Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, folks. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Prey actress Amber Midthunder responds to haters who labeled her Predator movie super woke. Now, folks, when it comes to the word haters, I have read this article, and the author, Benjamin Van Hoos, is the one who basically uses that generalization, not Amber Midthunder. So the small little subtitle here, honestly, those people have no idea what they're talking about, Amber Midthunder tells people. So let's get into this. Amber Midthunder has a word for all the Prey haters. The 25-year-old is the star of the new Predator offshoot, which after it debuted on the streaming service Hulu August 5th, became the number one watched premiere ever across film and television. Now, it goes over the thing. When the first trailer debuted in June, a vocal few balked at the response, or at the premise, via their social media accounts, questioning how a female fighter from an era predating high technology could possibly put up a fight with the Predator, played by 6'8" former pro basketball player Dan DeLiegro. Arnold Schwarzenegger besting the Beast in 1987 original seemed somehow more plausible to some. Now, folks, I will fully admit, as I have numerous times, I was one of those people. When this movie's premise was delivered to the public, I was myself quite adamant in thinking, how the hell is a 100-pound soaking wet girl going to take on a predator and live? I didn't think it was possible. This movie, however, was released, and I ended up eating my own words. Just saying. Now that Prey is a huge hit with critics and fans, Midthunder says she's proud to prove the naysayers wrong. People are always going to say stuff, but that's just noise. Honestly, those people have no idea what they're talking about, she tells people. First of all, I'm really proud of our movie, and I think that director Dan Trachtenberg is an incredible filmmaker. He has made something that people can eat their words over. And you know what? She's not wrong. I myself am one of the people who have eaten those words. Now, you can all come at me with your own opinions saying, I'm defending an SJW film. If you had any sort of objective clue or ability to think objectively, you would not say that this movie is woke. Or if you really want to be nitpicky about it, you can say that it's maybe 5% woke, based on a little bit of writing. Anyway, let's continue. I think a lot of people thought our movie would be some super woke, F the patriarchy kind of story, and that's not what it's about at all. You know what? She is right. Most of the F the patriarchy kind of films make a lot of the male characters dumbed down. A lot of them make the male characters really assholish and inept. Where these characters, the male ones in this film, actually did a very good job with their fighting. I mean, some of the hunters, even the French fur trade, did the same thing. Some of them were inept, yeah, but some of them were just assholes, sure. But who's to say that that wasn't how they were back then? We'll never know because we can't really go back in the time machine. Adds Midthunder, it's not a girl defying what men say she can or can't do. It's literally an individual who feels called to do something, and the people who know her don't think that is her calling. That is so much more personal, and I think, as the character, harder to deal with than anything. This is a very mature response. Because, honestly, this is her view on it. The way that the film was launched, the premise and whatnot, that was what turned people off. It's a woman challenging gender norms. She herself is saying this isn't the case. This isn't how she perceived it. This isn't what they wanted to do. That was how the people early on said it was. We all know now that's not the case. Midthunder, who is a member of the Fort Peck Assiniboine, I'm sorry if I... Assiniboine, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. And Sioux tribe was wholly committed to bring quality representation for indigenous people in a big budget Hollywood film like Prey. She says she learned a lot about the Comanche people in the process. Now, she's talking about representation to mark authenticity, not representation to say, oh, we got a representation in there, and that's how it should be, and yada, yada, yada. No, that's not what she's saying at all. People don't know a lot about Native history, period. Honestly, there are a lot of people who are ignorant, yes. So they don't know what kind of warriors we were. There are people who don't even know that there are different tribes and languages, she explains. So already that's coming from a place of ignorance. Then you look at it and go, oh no, man, Comanche were really great warriors. To be honest, I've done a little bit of more research and in-depth research. Turns out the Comanche were some of the top tier when it came to fighting and whatnot. They were known for being some of the fiercest warriors of all. And they did have female warrior societies. I have friends who are Native and they can actually confirm this as well with their own history. So there were women that fought and hunted. So yeah, I think you look at that and you just tell yourself, all right, whatever. People are always going to say stuff. I'm proud of what we did. There's nothing wrong with that. And honestly, this is very mature how she is responding to it. She's not calling people bigoted. She's saying that some people out there are ignorant. And you know what? There are a lot of ignorant people out there. I'll fully admit that I'm one of them, to be honest. As the face of the movie, Midthunder, who had her breakout role in FX's Legion, says that she took the pressure of expectations in stride. She mostly just wanted to bring an authentic, respectful portrayal to the big screen, in an entertaining popcorn movie package, of course. There's never a moment that I'm not thinking about representation or just what that accomplishes. Especially a movie like this, how it's representing indigenous people and what that might mean, or how people might receive that or feel about being represented by it. To me, that was the most important part of making the movie. So yeah, wanting to bring authenticity to the film does not make it woke. Yes, representation is a buzzword a lot in the community right now, but you know what? She's not saying it in the same context as many of the, woke people do. Adds Midthunder, every single day I was coming to work, and what I would think about when I woke up to when I went to bed was, how is this representing Native people? How is this representing Comanche people? And I just really hoped that Indian country would like it, because that to me was where it started. That was where I felt like it lives and dies, and then we can go from there. For it to be received so positively is amazing for the rising star. To have kids come up to me or parents come up on behalf of their kids and be like, they're such a big fan, or she's so inspired by your character, that's something I could have never dreamed of, says Midthunder. And I just feel so emotional about it. And you know what? That's awesome. That's fine. She's allowed to. Nobody's saying she can't. There are always going to be people who look up to characters. I myself looked up to characters when I was a kid. Nowadays, I don't so much. Because, I have gotten older and whatnot. Prey is now streaming on Hulu. So yeah, that is the article, folks. Honestly, I think that Amber Midthunder handled this very respectfully and very maturely. She handled the criticism very maturely. And this article, while Benjamin Van Hoos should be a little bit less generalizing with the word haters. Honestly, I think that this is... She has every right to say what she says, but she didn't attack the people who went after the film as super woke. She simply said it's coming from a place of ignorance. And it's coming from a premise that wasn't there. You know what? I agree with her. She handled this right. She handled this in a way that didn't go after people who attacked the film. She didn't attack back. She didn't call people bigot. She simply said her piece. She simply described it the way she felt her own interpretation warranted. And honestly, good on her. I actually respect Amber Midthunder a lot now, more than I originally did when I was wrong to think that this movie was going to be woke. The marketing was woke. I will stand by that. However, the movie itself was not. Anyway, folks, that is the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of this response by Amber Midthunder? Do you think that she handled it very maturely? Or do you think that she is wrong and that the movie is super woke? What do you think? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.